What if you could chart in real time at the point of care and finish all your work before the last patient leaves the office? You can with MediTouch. It's the EHR that won't slow you down. With MediTouch's touch, talk, and type options, you have the flexibility to use the best data input method at just the right time.
My staff has already checked the patient in. My patient Jane is suffering from sore throat symptoms. Hello, Jane. I hear you have a sore throat, and I notice that your test for strep is positive. Looking at the chart, I can review the patient's complaint of sore throat and the history of present illness. The vital signs display a high fever, and test results show a positive test for strep throat. So, I'm ready to go immediately. When I'm with a patient, I want to focus on the patient and not a computer. With MediTouch, charting is easy and fast, and because it's designed for a tablet, I can chart in the exam room. In cases like this, I routinely start examining the lungs, and then the heart, before I examine the throat. Now, I'll chart my findings. Buttons are sized perfectly for the fingertip, even on smaller devices like the iPad. Examination of the lungs and heart was normal. I'll chart those results. First, the respiratory system. Next, the cardiovascular system. Next, I'll examine the throat. I observe pathology consistent with a sore throat. It takes just a few seconds to chart those abnormal findings. I'll bring the ENT body system into context, specifically the throat. I can drill down to touch phrase for the pharynx, and tapping it once documents the normal state and turns it green. Tapping again will present the widget designed specifically to record abnormal findings at the pharynx. The widget for documenting abnormal findings at the pharynx is now in context, and I'll begin to record abnormal findings. I'll save my findings and close the widget. After saving my results, the MediTouch interface presents an intuitive color-coded view of my work, and the system displays a concise text output view. The patient's complaint and physical exam are consistent with the diagnosis of pharyngitis, and I'll document that now. Coding is fast because MediTouch suggests the appropriate code. I'll make my selection and add it to the encounter and the bill. Next, I'll add my care plan. I could use Touch and select one of my favorite care plans, or many times I like to dictate my care plan because my patient can listen as I speak. I can just talk to my patient, and the native iPad dictation tool will capture the text. I can also use Dragon dictation. Jane has a positive test for strep, with a history of fever and throat discomfort. I'll prescribe an antibiotic, and I'm instructing her to take it 3 times a day for 10 days. Advil and gargling with warm salt water should soothe the discomfort. Based on complexity and the work done during the encounter, MediTouch has recommended an evaluation and management code for me. I agree with the suggestion. The service line is complete, and I'll generate the bill. The claim is created in hold status, waiting for a biller to review. Now, let's get Jane the medication she needs. I notice Jane is allergic to tetracycline. I'll take that into account when I select a new medication for her strep throat. I have some favorite antimicrobials. Amoxicillin would be appropriate. I'll add my favorite SIG. I'll save this medication and simultaneously e-prescribe it. The patient's favorite pharmacy is in context. I'll just click the Transmit button to route the script and complete the e-prescribing process. Jane, I've sent your prescription to your pharmacy. It should be waiting there for you when you get there. If you're not feeling better in 2 to 3 days, give us a call, but I think you will.
Thank you, doctor. MediTouch EHR thinks like a doctor, so you have time to be one. There's never any homework because you chart at the point of care. iPad native, Meaningful Use Certified, ICD-10 compliant. Contact us today.